Hey everybody, Weem here. Welcome back to Dwarf Fortress. I know I said that in the next episode I wanted to get the military together, but we have an idler situation. Now, I am actually very terrible at making sure everybody's doing something. I get really focused on kind of one thing. I set some people to do something and then I kind of watch them do it. And right now, at the very top right, you can see we have 36 idlers. I actually ran this a second ago, let them run around. And it's kind of bouncing between that, like 33 maybe, 31. So anyway, we have a ton of people not doing things, and I've been thinking about this for a while, wanting to do this. Let me bring up, I should have opened this up already. Let's see, utilities, and I want Dwarf Therapist. Okay, so here we go. We've got everybody in here. I'm just going to read dwarfs just to make sure that we're kind of caught up. And what I want to do is I want to look at who's good at what and see if I can get them going on those kinds of things. So what I want to do actually, first of all, let's start this way. Let's go down. We're going to go down to where the workshops are. And we've got, a lot of space being taken up here with workshops, but we also do have more workshops that need to be made. And we have a stockpile problem here. Probably need to make some more room for things. So I think what we need to do is maybe dig out some areas here. Let's go ahead and do that. We want Alt-M, and we're going to dig out... let's see. Let's start here. Dig out this area. Okay, and then we'll do this here. So that'll get us a couple more workshops at least. I think we'll go ahead and actually dig all of this out as well into here. So we're gonna get a bunch more area, and that way we can get a couple more workshops in, a little bit more storage, and make sure that we're getting some more things done, because we have people who can do things, they just don't have the workshops yet. And so if we get those and kind of queue things up, that'll help. Another thing is to actually just jump in here and make sure that we've got things we can be doing. So you can see that collecting webs has been suspended. I actually don't know much about the collection of webs, so this could be suspended because there is no more. I'm not sure. So we're going to go ahead and turn off the repeat, which then allows us to cancel that and kind of look at this again. So let's see. Let's actually weave some silk cloth, and I'm just going to, rather than automate a bunch of that, we're just going to go ahead and queue up maybe 5, maybe 7 of those, and I think we'll just kind of go down the line here. The craft store workshop, we have 2 of those. Neither one has anything going. So let's think about this a minute. Now, right up at the top, we have rock, wood, bone, and shell. And we can actually go into these, for example, shell, and then see what we can do with shells. And I thought I had started making some armor, which probably has been done. At one point, I jumped in and made, I think a shell helmet and bracelet, a few of those things. So I might make maybe some more of those, because we are getting ready to do military stuff. So let's go to leggings. How about that? So we'll do a few shell leggings, and I'm trying to think of what I didn't do last time. Did I do bracelets? I can't remember. The other stuff that was more jewelry, I kind of skipped. So I think what we'll do is maybe we'll make some more helmets. I'll just throw 3 of those in. I think that's fine. The other one, let's see, maybe there's something else we can kind of figure out to make, even if it's just for fun, just to keep people busy and kind of making some things. Let's see, ivory, yarn, silk. So you could do some cloth stuff in here. What is cloth crafts? What is that? H? Okay, so I'm not sure what that is exactly. We can leave that, that's fine. Let's go into wood, actually, because we have plenty of wood. So we can make wood, all kinds of things. A wood hive, maybe that's a good thing to do. Let's do a couple hives. I know nothing about beekeeping. Actually, I don't even know if I knew that was a thing you could do. Let's see, bookbinding, scroll, gems, scepters. Could make scepters. Wooden bolts. Let's make bolts. Assuming that's related to the crossbow bolts. We'll go ahead and queue those up. Actually, you know what? Why don't we automate that? That might be good. Let's see, back out of here. go to the masons. We're just kind of going down the line looking for things to make. I might make some blocks, because blocks you can use in the creation of a number of other things. I think I have doors. Let's actually go up. This floor has the furniture, so you can see we've got a few doors in here. We've got a limestone door, a diorite door. It looks like we don't have any wood doors, but one of the problems here is that we are full on the furniture. Let's go ahead and clear that up right now. So we're going to go into Stockpiles, remove designation. We're just going to remove this whole thing, and then we are going to do this again. Only now we're going to select a much larger area because we obviously need more. I'm going to go ahead, because I'm not using any of this right now. We're just going to go ahead and select this whole area, and we're going to set that to furniture. And I don't think I was going in and getting very specific. I think in this instance I was just doing furniture. Just all furniture goes here. So I think we're good. That'll allow us a much more space to kind of add some more things there. So that would be good. So then let's jump back into here. I think I didn't really see a whole lot of doors there. So we're just going to go ahead and make a number more doors. Generic rock is fine. I think that just means it's going to pick from whatever's there, which is fine. And we're going to keep on going down the line. Now, I did make some armor. I made some shields before, so I don't necessarily need to do any more shields. I mean, I guess I could. At least we'll make like 5 more. I was going to say I made some, but it's not like I made a lot of those. So I think that's fine. Chairs, I think we have plenty of. I actually set that to, you can already just see right here, a number of those. I had that to be automated, and before I realized it, that room started to get full of chairs up there. So we definitely don't need any more chairs. Absolutely no more chairs. Let's make some wheelbarrows, because they use that in the movement of goods, and I know I made some, but I only made a few when we first got started, so I'm gonna make like 5 more of those. So that fills him up. We're suspended on the brewing of drinks right now. It's probably due to a lack of plants, so I'm going to keep an eye on that, but we'll leave that where it's at right now. We're suspended on animal stuff because we haven't set any to butcher, which is probably holding up some of the meals here as well. Let's see. Okay, so anyway, I think that for now, we can maybe make some more of these, even though I'm not using these right now. We'll go ahead and make some more mechanisms, just 5 of those. Okay, cool. So we've got a number of things set there for people to do. You can see that the idler's already dropping down into the 20s. I'm going to go ahead and pause this. We're going to go back up to the top. One of the things you'll notice too, by the way, is the water is frozen over. We are in 6/11/11. I believe this is going to be the 6th day of the 11th month. I'm kind of used to, the being month and date, but I'm pretty sure that we're in November, essentially, the second to last month of the year. So anyway, things are a bit frozen over, but let's jump into designations, and I want to make sure, I did a gather plants earlier, but we're going to go ahead and do that again out here, just in this area here. So there you go, we've got some selected there. Let's do some more over here as well. Gathering of plants, maybe from this bottom corner up to upper left in here. So yeah, there you go, a whole bunch more. I already did this area, so there's really not much in there. I also am going to chop some trees down, even though, actually, you know what? I forgot I cleared this area. I was going to say, even though I'm pretty sure we have a lot of trees, we do. We have a lot of trees. In fact, if we go down here, I think we had, yeah, this area was pretty full. I might actually bring in some trees into this area. You can see there's still some things that are not moved down into some of the other stockpiles because I don't have stockpiles set for those specific things just yet. So that might be a thing that I change here. Yeah, wood is not a thing I need to get more of. Another thing to consider when you're chopping a whole lot of trees, and I think I mentioned this a while ago, is if you're really clear cutting a lot of trees, you can upset elves and they can come after you. So let's go ahead and put a pause on the tree production and try not to draw the ire of any nearby elves. Okay, well, I've been moving around trying to get enough things set up to get people really busy, and I think we're pretty good right now. I've got some areas to be dug out here, so I can get some actual ores and the metals here. If I go up one level, we've got all of this. The quartz is laying around, and I thought, you know what, those should probably go next to where the stone is. Obviously, we don't have enough room for stone, but I'll extend the stone and wood over, maybe even farther than this, and I'll put some of the ores and metals up here to kind of keep those together. I think that'll be a good way to go. This started to get dug out, but we're gonna get all this cleared out, make some more room for the food and everything that they're using here. I may break down all of these workstations and then kind of separate things a bit more, but anyway, future project, I guess. The rooms, I don't think I tweaked anything there at all. Coming down into here where I want the stairs to go down, because I do want to do some, strip mining and looking for metals, and I was going to do a 3x3 stairs down at this point. I changed the way this was going to kind of work, and so over here on the left screen you'll see the purple is where fortifications are about to be set up, which our dwarves will be able to fire arrows through. So if you were to come up the stairs, I could have people on either side firing at the stairs, and the door would be here, so somebody came up, they would be getting shot at. If they did get through the door, they'd be faced with another one of more fortifications, and this is all one room, so I could just quickly move people over to be firing there. And then we've got the final door here, so I think that's probably good enough for now. I may actually, as I dig down, stop and then move over a little bit and then continue down, and in that space where it moves over, that tunnel, set up more walls and doors and everything is kind of another stopgap. So anyway, that's going on. I've also, in this whole area, have set the walls and all of the floors in here to be smoothed, and I did the same down in the room here. So a lot of stuff has been set to go, and I'm just kind of waiting to give the okay. But I wanted to show you something. I had this idea. I'm gonna go to the top. Because the water is frozen over right now, we're completely frozen over. What I did was I set this area to be channeled, so they're gonna hopefully channel through the ice. I've never tried to dig through ice before, but hopefully they'll come over here and dig this out. And when they do, they're gonna basically dig through this layer down to here. I want to set up maybe 2 walls, and the middle 2 be the floodgates, and then I would actually control that with a lever. And I've gone all the way down into where we have our dining hall, and I have the lever set to be made here. I did this here because I saw in another video it was done this way, and I think it was because you always have people in here. There's always someone nearby. So if you set this to be turned and you want it to be done fairly quickly, there's a good chance of that because there's a lot of people here. If, for example, I did it up at the very top where I kind of naturally want to do it, I would almost want to put it right here. Come over here and flip this switch. No one's here, so I'd have to set that, and they'd have to run from wherever they are, and anybody can switch a lever. So they'd have to come from wherever they are, run all the way out here and do this. So anyway, I kind of like the idea of putting it down there. And there would be no rush, I think, on this. It'd be flip it open, let the water flow out. But I think for the most part it would be closed, allowing the water to kind of flow all the way through in a more stronger fashion over to this side and out. One of the problems I've kind of run into, kind of a problem, is that when people go fishing, the water wasn't deep enough out here, so they're running all the way out here to do their fishing. So I tried to set up a fishing area here, a zone, which is good, but they still have to run outside and go all the way around. What I'd prefer them to do is, I'd prefer to basically have a section of wall open and then wall that area in with a doorway. And so this could be like a fishing area that while the wall is open, there you'd still have to come through another wall. And I say here, but I'd probably do it on this side over here. But I need that water flow to be better. If I could get it to be better, I might even do it on this side. So we'll kind of see how that goes. But I like the idea. It's something fun, right? A switch with a floodgate, being able to stop up a river. I don't know. We might as well experiment, right? It seems cool to me. So I think we'll give that a shot. I'm going to go ahead and hit resume. And you can see the idle number jumped right down to 7, 0, and 1. That's perfect. So if I were doing things as efficiently as I could, I would try to make sure that number is as low as possible. Now, right now, they're coming over to dig this out. There they go. Cool. So this is getting dug out. I'm going to go ahead and pause this. Why didn't you finish that last bit? There you go. Okay, cool. So Excel ran over and finished that last bit. So there we go. We've got that ice dug down. Let's do this. I want to make sure, because who knows when this water is going to thaw. So he did get it down there. So now I just need to build 2 walls here. Let's go ahead to build and Shift C, W. And we're going to do 1 here, and limestone's fine. And then we're going to do one here, in which case limestone is fine. Now, oh, you know what? I should have prepped for this. I guess they couldn't have started it till right now anyway, but I need to make a floodgate. That's a thing that has to be made. And let's see, who makes that? Does the mason make a floodgate? I don't know, actually. So I have doors being made here right now. Let's go ahead and cancel these. And is a floodgate made in here? Yes, there we go. Floodgates are made in there. I just need 2 for now, but while he's doing that, I'm just going to make 2 more in case I've got some other need for it. Because, in fact, actually, you know what? I know I'm all over the place. Let me just look here. I wanted to see, there is a grate. So I want to make a grate. I'll make 2 of those. And then the floodgates don't really have a like horizontal, vertical. I think they just occupy a cube. And then they stop or allow the flow of water in any direction versus, you know, a door versus a hatch. You know, it's kind of a hatch is like an up and down, and a door is, you know, left to right. I guess if you're looking from a top-down point of view. I think the floodgate just occupies an entire cube. It doesn't care about direction. So anyway, that aside, let me get back to the point. Point is, I want to make some more floodgates because one of the things I've been thinking about doing is while this is frozen, and it looks like, okay, yeah. So while the water's frozen, I thought that what I could do is I can dig a hole here, for example, a hole down. And when that comes down, I could do, essentially this is the actual layer. So I would dig a hole here and come into, you know, this layer, probably dig another hole down, and then I can channel this water, you know, this a flow of water somewhere inside. Obviously we have rooms straight below, but I could, you know, in the level above this, I could route the water around over to this point and then come down and down and down with it. And then I can actually allow the water to come in somewhere, which could be cool. So for example, I might actually channel water into the room here. So I get like a waterfall effect, which apparently the dwarfs like. They like having that moving water. And so anyway, we can also use it for a well. I watched a video on how to create a reservoir by bringing water in and filling up an empty space. There's a little bit of interesting stuff you have to do there, and you have to be really careful not to flood. You can flood your fortress if you don't do it right. But I don't know, I'm kind of willing to take that risk. I think I know how to do it. I'd probably watch the video again on that. But that would provide like nice source of water down below, which would be cool. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and resume this. Hopefully we'll get those floodgates going soon. I might be able to plan those. You can't plan the placement of everything. But let's see here. Floor grate, floor hatch. Am I totally missing it here? Let me go slow. There's the floodgate. Okay, X. So let's go ahead and do that. Needs floodgate, and yes, we can do planning mode on that. Excellent. So let me do that. We're going to do one here. It says it's blocked. I might have to clear the ramps. That might be a thing I have to do. Let's actually, before we do that, we're going to channel these two. Back this out here. D, H for channel. We're gonna dig those two out. So we'll have ramps here, which will allow us to build on this one and still get out of there. So let's go ahead and do that. Somebody should run over here, and then hopefully we can at least plan the floodgates here. And if not, then we may need to actually dig the ramp out first. That's probably what we need to do. I'm just gonna go ahead and set that for now. Remove upstairs and ramps. I think I actually have to go down to that level to do this. There we go. Okay, cool. So they should channel down and then hopefully remove the ramp there. It looks like the ramp's removed. That's good. Okay, cool. Let's try this again. We're gonna build. The floodgate is X. It looks like we actually have the floodgate now. Or not. I think I have to go down one again. Come on, Weem. Building present. There we go. Cool. Alrighty. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So then once we get these going, we'll be able to control those and stop up this stop up the flow here, which I think will be cool. Let me go up a level, see who's running over here. Okay, so Big McLarge is walking over here. You can see he's going really slow, trying to bring that material over. Hopefully we don't suddenly have the water flow through. And I'm realizing that it's 6/11/14 now, and it was '07 before. So I'm guessing that perhaps 11 is the year and that 14 is the date. 6 could be the month. I'm not sure. Oh no, what do we have going on here? Let's pause this real quick. Why do we have... So we have ice and then snow-covered ice. Okay, so maybe we're getting some snow. It scared me. I thought, oh no, the water's changing. Hurry up and finish. We're not going to make it. Let's see. And they weren't building the wall there. I guess they can't reach that. Let's go ahead and pause and dig this part out as well. See if that gets the walls built. I don't know why they didn't build it when they actually had the room to stand down here before the floodgates were in. But anyway, we'll see. We have Excel and Zan walking over here to dig this out. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pause this. So we should be good. I'm not entirely sure why they are not building the walls here. Construction suspended. Don't want to suspend construction. Anyway, I'm gonna have to play with that, but I think we're pretty much closing in on our time. I'm gonna go ahead and try to get that completed, get the walls and everything, and hope that the water doesn't wash our dwarfs over the edge all of a sudden. Things melt. I think we should be good though. This freezing of our rivers is a pretty recent development, so I think we've got a little bit of time.